Hello everyone, today we will learn about the magnificent kingdom called Silla, which existed long ago in what is now Korea. Silla was an ancient kingdom that flourished with brilliant culture in the southeastern part of the Korean Peninsula and lasted for 992 years. 1. Silla's geographical location and territory. Silla was located in the southeastern part of the Korean Peninsula. To the east, it bordered the East Sea, which was advantageous for maritime trade and diplomacy, while to the west, it adjoined inland mountains, providing an excellent natural defense. In its early days, Silla had a limited territory, but it gradually expanded by absorbing surrounding tribes and small states. In particular, during the late Three Kingdoms period, it achieved the unification of most regions of the Korean Peninsula by consecutively conquering Baekje and Goguryeo. 2. Silla's political and military system. Silla gradually transformed from a tribal or aristocratic political system into a centralized system centered around the king. The term commonly used to describe Silla's bureaucratic system is golpumje. Golpumje was a system that classified social status based on lineage and family, playing an important role in various aspects of Silla society, including politics, administration, and military operations. Silla divided its aristocracy into groups such as Seongol and Jingol, with these nobles serving as the core personnel in state governance. This system, based on lineage and family, had a significant impact on royal succession and the appointment of officials. To establish a centralized system, the king appointed officials through the golpumje system and organized political and military operations. Through this, Silla was able to strengthen control over the entire state and operate a systematic administrative organization. Golpumje contributed to maintaining a unified social system in Silla without internal divisions, and is considered an important system that influenced the aristocratic and administrative systems of later Korean society. Silla gained an advantage in wars against neighboring states through its systematic military organization and strategic tactics. Silla's territory, with its many mountains and hills, provided an environment favorable for natural defense, and on land, it employed a strategy of installing fortresses and walls along important roads and mountain passes to preempt or delay the approach of enemies. The main focus of maritime defense was the east coast, which was one of the invasion routes for enemies. Therefore, Silla strengthened its naval forces to prevent enemy landings at sea. It established naval bases along the coast and protected maritime trade routes through regular patrols and defensive operations, thereby preempting enemy naval attacks. During the reign of King Naemul, Silla faced a major crisis when a coalition army of Baekje and Japan Choliwa invaded the kingdom. However, with military support from Goguryeo, Silla managed to overcome this threat. Through this experience, Silla adopted Goguryeo's advanced military technology, significantly enhancing its naval defense system. Silla operated its land and maritime defenses in an integrated manner rather than separately. In case of an enemy landing at sea, it established a system that could quickly mobilize troops from coastal fortresses and nearby inland forces to counterattack. During the reign of King Jijong, Silla further strengthened its naval defense by conquering Usan-guk, which controlled Ulleungdo and Dokdo in the East Sea, using its enhanced naval power. Additionally, during the reign of King Jinheong, Silla actively expanded its territory on land, extending its influence over the Han River Basin, the Hamhaeong Plain, and areas further north. Furthermore, not only the regular army, but also various forces such as militias and local powerful aristocrats were mobilized to implement tactics suited to the characteristics of each region. 3. Silla's religion, culture, and architecture. Starting from the mid-6th century, Silla adopted Buddhism as the state religion, which had a profound impact on its culture and the arts. During this period, Buddhism actively absorbed scriptures and artistic styles transmitted from China, thereby creating a unique form of Buddhist art distinctive to Silla. Bulguksa Temple and Seoguram Grotto, located in Gyeongju, are representative heritages that showcase the pinnacle of Silla Buddhist art. Their delicate stone carvings and metal crafts attest to the refinement and artistic sensibility of Silla culture. Silla's ornaments, such as gold crowns and earrings, demonstrate exquisite metalworking skills and outstanding aesthetic sense. These artifacts symbolize the prestige of Silla's aristocratic society and are highly esteemed for their artistic and technical excellence throughout East Asia. Additionally, Keomsongdae was an astronomical observatory during the Silla period, used to precisely observe the movements of stars and seasonal changes. These observational data were utilized in various fields, such as determining agricultural seasons, predicting weather, and planning military operations. Based on its excellent architectural skills, Silla built the Hwangnyeongsa 9-story wooden pagoda. Constructed during Queen Seondeok's reign upon the suggestion of Jajang Yulsa, this approximately 80-meter tall grand wooden pagoda was the largest wooden structure in East Asia, symbolizing Silla's Buddhist prominence and national prosperity. 4. The unification by Silla and its historical significance. In the late 7th century, Silla unified the three kingdoms by consecutively integrating Baekje and Goguryeo. During the Three Kingdoms period on the Korean Peninsula, Goguryeo, Baekje, and Silla coexisted while competing with each other, each possessing its own distinct culture and formidable military strength. Goguryeo controlled the northern part of the Korean Peninsula and parts of Manchuria, waging wars with China based on its strong military, and significantly expanded its territory during the reign of King Gwanggaeto. Baekje, located in the southwestern part of the Korean Peninsula, was a maritime power that spread its culture through active exchanges with Japan, leaving remarkable achievements in art and architecture. The unification of the three kingdoms was an inevitable process for the long-term stability and development of the Korean Peninsula. And Silla's unification was not merely a series of conquests, but a process in which peoples sharing the same roots were brought together as one. Goguryeo, Baekje, and Silla were all nations that shared a common origin of the ancient Korean people, having many similarities in language, culture, religious beliefs, and ways of life. Goguryeo grew around a ruling class that split from Buyeo, and Baekje was also founded by royalty from the Buyeo lineage. Silla was a nation formed by the unification of several tribes of Jinhan, which in its early days strongly maintained the cultural traditions of the Samhan, but gradually accepted the advanced cultural elements of Goguryeo and Baekje. In this way, it can be said that the three kingdoms had deep connections in origin and culture. Had the three kingdoms continued in endless internal conflicts and remained divided, the Korean Peninsula would have been at significant risk of long-term domination by foreign powers. The unification of the three kingdoms led by Silla was not merely a military conquest, but a process of establishing the identity of the Korean people and unifying the Korean Peninsula into a single nation. Silla embraced the remaining people of Goguryeo and Baekje, taking care not to provoke resistance, and merged the cultures of the three kingdoms to create a more advanced society. This unification process laid an important foundation for the state formation of the Korean Peninsula, which later evolved into Goryeo and Joseon, and by uniting the three kingdoms, it prevented foreign interference and enabled the Korean people to develop an independent civilization, which later became the driving force for maintaining a stable political system as a unified nation. Silla's unification was not just a military victory, but also played a crucial role in laying the foundation for a social system where diverse peoples and cultures could coexist. Furthermore, there are several examples that hint at the prosperity of Gyeongju during this period. It is said that along the main roads, houses were arranged in such a way that one could walk under their eaves during rain without getting wet. And records indicate that the residents of Gyeongju cooked with charcoal instead of firewood, hinting at the lifestyle and flourishing culinary culture of the city at that time. This not only helped prevent smoke from polluting the city, but also demonstrated that its citizens enjoyed a leisurely and prosperous life. Archaeological remains of roads found in Gyeongju show that they were constructed with drainage systems and that roads and houses were arranged in a regular, evenly spaced manner. According to the Japanese chronicle Nihon Shoki, Silla's capital was described as clean and beautiful, with a well-planned street layout. This demonstrates that Gyeongju during the Silla period was not merely a royal capital, but a city that was systematically planned and organized. 5. Silla's legacy and its influence on the modern world. The cultural heritage of Silla, concentrated in the Gyeongju area, has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and continues to be the subject of extensive research and tourism today. Silla's political, social, and cultural systems have greatly influenced later Korean dynasties and the methods of state governance in East Asia, and remain one of the sources of modern Korean identity and cultural pride. Moreover, Silla is recognized as a nation that made innovative contributions in various fields, including Buddhist art, architecture, and scientific technology in East Asian history. 6. Conclusion. The Silla we have examined today is not merely an ancient kingdom, but an important state that had a profound impact on the history of the Korean Peninsula and East Asia, and its rich cultural and artistic heritage continues to offer lessons and inspiration today. This concludes our detailed, fact-based explanation of Silla. We hope this video helps you understand Silla's history and culture. If you found this video informative, please subscribe and like it. Your interest and support are a great motivation for creating more content in the future.